Don't do it! Just don't do it! Let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just don't do it! Don't make your dreams come true! Just don't do it! Some people dream success while you're gonna wake up and let your dreams be dreams. Nothing is possible! You should get to the point where anyone else should do it, and you're gonna stop there! No, what are you waiting for? Just don't do it! Yes, you can! Let your dreams be dreams. Just don't do it! Don't do it! If you're tired of starting over, just give up. Just give up.
I need you to be honest with me.
I am being honest with you, dude.
This is gonna go a lot easier if you're honest.
And I will, yeah, dude.
Yeah. What are you on right now?
Cloud9 with Cloud9.
No, what are you on right now? You
One.
gotta be honest.
I'm on one, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Stop fucking around. What are you on right now, man?
TikTok, what? Instagram, all of it. I'm on all of it.
I'm not talking about your ass. Drugs.
Oh, sure, if you got some. Yeah, I'm down. You got a party? You know, dude.
Step out of the car.
All right. Good turnout last night. It was a good stream. A lot of bumps in the road last night, man. But it was a good stream. I found a bot that recaps these pretty well. I'll be trying to figure out a way to make text documents for people that don't want to sit and spend 2 hours on this shit to get the finer points of whatever everybody else is saying, because whatever I've got to say doesn't contain finer points, generally speaking. I will be tonight Kevin Michael Talbert, the one and only treacherous Bleak Narratives. We're gonna fucking start this thing off as always with some fucking hot bars. I jest, but one of these days. I'm just gonna run some shit, see if my old dude comes in here today, and oh fuck, Jason. I was supposed to call Jason. Yeah, you guys might have to just suck him. You know what I mean?
Ironically, however, the very innovations that are making possible dramatic improvements in human well-being are also creating new problems which raise the specter of an alarming and possibly catastrophic disaster to the biosphere we live in. And herein lies the dilemma that we all face. Let me illustrate. Improved public health has
technical difficulties.
Devices used by civilizations from distant solar systems to travel across the cosmos. By the 1950s, almost all the stargates had vanished without a trace. fueling rumors of government cover-ups and hidden agendas. Some theorize that governments around the world systematically confiscated the Stargates and concealed them in top-secret facilities. Their whereabouts remain unknown. In the early 1900s, a series of remarkable stone structures were discovered in remote locations around the world. These amazing artifacts, known as stone stargates, captivated the imagination of archaeologists, historians, and conspiracy theorists alike. Carved with intricate patterns and symbols, their true purpose remains shrouded in mystery. Ancient folklore, however,
basically just hopping on a stream, or was hopping on a stream, and then forgot to get off the stream and just called you anyways because I'm a dick. So right. So you feel like coming on one tonight, or what do you got planned?
I got some slaying to do. They still got this other case against me. I want to finish this fucker.
Right.
Now let me just put it blatantly to you.
Right.
The program targets the birth of new babies. So once you have your baby, before your baby leaves the hospital, you no longer get a paper birth certificate, but then you get a digital one that is somehow implanted somewhere on somebody's body. Think about that, but have a listen to this.
The digital ID, which has been a big problem to us for a very long time, is now on a testing mode for the next 2 months. I have been assured by all the stakeholders, led by the ministries concerned, that by December we will be able to launch digital ID, where every Kenyan don't have to carry any paper, plastic or otherwise, as an ID, that they should be able to be identified digitally using their iris.
We're taking things that are, genetically modified organisms, and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein.
Kenya is in serious trouble. Now, for you to accept this, that means you're going to be completely surveilled and controlled. Think about it. So,
Read through criminal procedure several times, and then 38 days sitting in the clink thinking about it. I've got to figure it out.
Right. Well, and you had talked a few times about different ways that you could prove that it's not the correct type of court, or that they don't have standing to bring the case.
There's no reason to go after the court. You could just pummel the stupid fuck that brought the charges.
So
you can absolutely pummel his ass.
So what you've got is kind of a anti-prosecutorial.
Anti-prosecutor, or just use their system against them. You made mistakes. I'm going to capitalize on the mistakes.
Man, that's what the Sovereign Living, and have been saying for years. The How to Beat Child Support, or How to Beat Title 4D guy too, Chris. Yeah.
Same thing.
Right.
It's attempt to collect the debt.
It sure as fuck is. Yeah. But getting them to validate that thing is a motherfucker, man.
Who cares? They got 30 days. If they don't validate it within 30 days, according to definitions of validate, not verify, then they're tough shit. I'm not here to give them any legal advice. Fuck you. You didn't do it in 30 days. I'm coming after you. Like now.
So how does one swing this without having mama up their ass entirely? Or, I mean, like, how do you do this and know that you're good,
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well,
here's the deal. This case I won today.
Yeah.
It was a debt collector. I don't know. Back in January, sent a letter. As soon as I got the letter, I said, "Oh fuck, I'll be happy to pay as soon as you're up to validate the debt."
Yeah.
They didn't answer. They went bye. So I billed them, which I'm getting ready to sue and collect on.
Yeah.
But as soon as they dropped it, the other dirtbag law firm debt collectors picked it up, and they sent a letter. So I sent them a letter back saying, "I'd be happy to pay as soon as you validate the debt." Well, instead of validating the debt, they filed suit. Can't do that. Haven't exhausted your administrative remedies in the first place.
Sure.
On top of that, your own letter says that if I write to you by this day, which my letter shows right there, I was well within that time frame, but you have to stop collection until you send me something in the mail to validate this debt. You haven't sent me shit.
Right.
So your lawsuit's a little bit premature, ass right?
Right.
Now that there's no real party in interest who's made a general appearance before this court, independently binding this case. I believe there's none that exists.
Right.
So now it's a lawyer.
Right.
The lawyer can't speak. Trinity versus Pagliaro.
Yeah. The statements is
So shut
counselor
the
and
fuck
lightning.
up.
They don't rise to the level of.
You want to be a fucking
Right.
lawyer. Which one you want to be today? You can be either one. Either way, I've got an answer for either one.
Right.
We're done here. This judge here today, he's notorious for saying, no, I'm not giving you any kind of judgment for that. No, that's fine. All I want is dismissal that you didn't show up. Now I've got you for malicious prosecution. My hands fucking down.
Huh.
Thompson v. Clark.
Okay. Yeah.
For malicious prosecution, along with all the fucking FDCPA claims, state claims.
It's funny that you bring that up. It's funny you bring that up, man. I was just looking at malicious prosecution, and I don't know why. Just like, dude, I shit you not, like in the last 48 hours, for no reason at all, I've just looked at the person in my house and I said, hey, I bet I can guess your mom's middle name. And it is a guess, because I surely, the opposite would mean that this reality isn't real. I guess 4 people's middle names for the other moms, and then just to be a fucking dick, turned around and did the middle name of a girl that was sitting right there. And they all just kind of threw up in their mouths a little and looked at the ground for a minute and a half or 2 minutes or whatever, and then started freaking out. And I did just the opposite.
Remember what you told me about that?
Yeah.
The 8 and the 4 and the Neptune and the Mars, was it?
Generally, if I'm talking, it's about Saturn, boss.
What was the cards I had without going inside looking?
I can't recall.
It was the number 8 and number 4.
Right.
One had Mars and one had Uranus, or I think Uranus or something. I don't remember.
Sure. But what did it say?
Well, you remember I asked you what the numerology meant and the planets,
And what it comes to?
and you told me one set means you're really kicking their ass. The other set means you're being lazy.
Yeah.
Kind of being lazy. Well, yeah, I'm not being lazy anymore. It's one right after another, dude. I keep 5 going at a time, one right after another. I can have plenty of money very fast just by cleaning up my fucking piles of paper.
Right.
And
Right.
it's quick.
Well, and I need to move on a lot of.
Start looking.
Yeah.
And the more you know what to go after.
Right.
You need to subpoena everything. You want to talk to a cop the way you want to call that dirty cocksucker in court. Then you need to subpoena him.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're at the whims of letting them say, "No, object." Well, fuck you. You can't object when he's my witness. I can talk to him like a fucking bag of shit he is.
Yeah.
And I can ask him anything I want. So
Sort of.
You want that law in there? You need to subpoena the law.
Yeah.
You don't let anything by. Everything's subpoenaed. Every document, every person, everything is subpoenaed.
Right.
Now it's in court. Now it's on the fucking record. Let's play this game now.
Right. Yeah. Right. So, malicious criminal prosecution is it's a tort. And I was looking at kind of the different nuances in it, and it doesn't cover the tort of malicious prosecution for civil proceedings. Obviously, you know that. But
wait. What's Rule 1 say?
There's
only one form of action, a civil action.
Sure. Well, all crimes are commercial.
Yeah, 27 CFR 7211.
Yeah. So the general subsection on this thing says that actions for malicious criminal prosecution are disfavored under the law because they tend to discourage the reporting of crimes. This is Browning Ferris Industries versus Lee.
I don't give a shit. If you file the fucking charge against me and you drop that charge later, I'm due damages.
Well, this is what they're going to come at you with. This will be their defenses.
I know what they're going to come at me with.
They're also going to use
Norton versus Shelby County.
Well, see, these are all Texas stuff that I found for you. There's some pretty good shit in here as far as how you can move this and still be able to get the trespass and conversion, trover.
Well, that's how you get the other stuff. It's always a trespass by way of
absolutely
prosecution, a trespass by way of false arrest, or a trespass by way of false imprisonment.
Yeah,
it's always a trespass. They can't get away from the trespass.
Right. Should I You wanna skip all this stuff then? I mean, I've got the elements outlined, the authorities, the jury charge, burden of proof.
No, definitely send it to me. But I think you sent me something similar, and I went through it all. Yeah, I know all the little things.
This all is stemming mostly from RefSeek and Texas cause of actions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, send it to me. But I think you sent it to me
Send
before.
it to you.
That's
Shit,
where I got most of my knowledge from. Is that
I'm gonna read it to you, big boy, and I'm gonna do it in my wild voice too. I'm gonna do it just like this.
But, yeah, these guys didn't show up for the deal today. I knew they were scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're scared.
I had their ass nailed down so bad it wasn't even funny.
Oh shit! I didn't realize that it was just by preponderance of the evidence. That's the same fucking thing that domestic violence is based on. The burden of proof in malicious prosecutions in criminal cases is based on preponderance of the evidence. That's a Ellis City State Bank versus Kiever in 1994, Texas.
Yeah, well, you got Thompson v. Clark in what 2013 or 14.
Right. And I guess
if you lose your case or your case is dismissed in favor of the defendant, you're guilty already. You're going to owe at least civil damages.
I've got it on good authority that they're going to come at you telling you that they're going to use the phrase that you'll have to prove clear and convincing evidence, but that's merely just another way of stating that the cause of action has to be supported by factually sufficient evidence. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well, malicious. All I gotta do is put in the fucking order, which they're gonna send me a fucking copy of the order. Get a certified copy of the order, so it's verifiable in court, and file it in there. There it is, right there. They lost.
Right.
They lost.
Right.
Because they didn't show up, which doesn't matter to me. Either way, they lost, and it's found in favor of me. It's now a malicious prosecution.
Right. Absolutely.
I don't give a shit what you think. I don't give a shit what you think. Don't let you bring up a case. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, dude. Everything you need for your fucking I guess your claim and your when you go to rebut their 12b-6, because they're gonna go under Rule 12. You know they will.
Oh yeah, they'll try.
They're also gonna they're also gonna try for immunity, so you need to be ready for it.
Is if I rebut if you just send a rebuttal period,
Yeah.
they won't hear the motion.
Yeah.
Because that's what's happened continuously with this Penny Mac deal. They'll send a motion like that, and I rebut it. As long as I rebut it, that motion ain't getting heard. So.
Yeah. Man,
that's easy. That's easy peasy shit, dude. You're splitting cunt hairs with that shit.
Dude. Well, see, here's the deal, though.
That don't support what you want. That don't mean there ain't cases.
I don't know if this is gonna. The only thing that concerns me, and I mean, I dug for a long time, man, is that the commencement of this suit has to be established based upon the defendant's filed complaint and a grand jury indictment. So you gotta get that fucking grand jury indictment. Your state's not the same as mine, where we go get signatures. You can impede. Yeah.
Again, was a criminal charge initiated, whether it was to be a misdemeanor by information, or whether it was a grand jury indictment on a felony? What?
Well, this is against the. Oh, do you think that means against the grand jury return? Okay, yeah, I suppose the defendant files a complaint and grand jury returned indictment. So that's not on the
grand jury indictment.
But that's not on the the now defendant, the now named defendant, the prosecutor.
What do you mean?
That grand jury indictment, they're talking about your grand jury indictment because you haven't had one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Or an information. However, they filed the charge documents.
Right.
If you make the claim of a false arrest, it's their duty. It's their duty to prove the arrest was correct. Now, if you can sit there and look at your code of criminal procedure and say, well, obviously, in the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, Chapter 14,
okay, so
it says 5 reasons they can arrest without a warrant. 5. Those 5 match identically to the treatise on false arrest and false imprisonment.
Right.
4. They match exactly. Then they blocked out 2 pages worth of shit.
Yeah. So
now that would be constructive fraud, trying to hide the fact that something in there is not in jive with the Constitution. and the laws of the state. That's why they're hiding it. So you subpoena it to your case.
I saw.
And you make them prove with their documents
Right.
how they did a proper arrest. When the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure says there's only 5 things you can arrest without warrant for, and the crime you charged me with doesn't fit in there. Make sense?
Yeah.
See, think about it like this. Think about the O.J. Simpson case.
Right.
They found him not guilty. If the glove don't fit, you must acquit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what happened in the civil suit? They butterate him.
Yeah. They raped him. They raped him. Shit. They renamed his fucking book.
They took everything from him.
They renamed his book. And for if I did it to, I did it. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Why? Because civil case, you ain't got to prove near what you got to do in a civil case.
Sure. It's harm per se. Harm per se.
Yeah.
So
it's all unjust enrichment too.
do you know about the restatement stuff in Texas?
The reinstatement of torts?
No, the restatement regarding like the series of events, as it pertains to the commencement of any kind of criminal proceeding, like that the process was issued for the purpose of bringing the plaintiff before an official tribunal whose function was to determine whether the plaintiff was guilty of the charged offense or whether the plaintiff should be held for a later determination. That type of stuff, restatement of torts. Yeah.
So yeah, that's your probable cause hearing shit. Here's the problem. You haven't been properly notified of.
Sure, that's the next one. An indictment was returned or an information was filed against the plaintiff without the issuance of process. And then the next one.
Process.
Yeah.
And if process was not issued correctly, due process has not.
Correct. And this is across the board. Yeah. If you know how to stand on it.
Writing and get it in the record somehow.
Well, right.
And then. Sure, they might do like they just did me. There's a reason why they gave me the number of days they gave me.
So
because the appeals court is going to have to answer probably this week to my appeal, and I buried them in all their mistakes. Right. What's the appeal court going to do? They're probably going to tell them remand it and dismiss this case.
Right.
But the problem is now they've got me in for 50 days in jail.
Right.
I owe. So it's off to work.
So right. So to prove that the prosecutor would have initiated or procured prosecution, there's a few elements that are neat too. We don't have to go over that.
All you need to do is go get a certified copy of the fucking information from the court clerk. And there it is. There's your.
Yeah, it says you don't have to provide the prosecutor's live testimony as direct evidence of causation or whatever, for sure.
All you need is that signed fucking document that's sitting in the clerk's office. Go down there and pay your $1 for it. Have them fucking seal that motherfucker.
Oh, dude, this is so simple. It says for a defendant to be liable for malicious prosecution, the defendant's actions must be the cause, in fact, of the plaintiff's criminal prosecution. I don't see how it would be any other way. If the defendant merely aids or abets law enforcement in bringing about prosecution, the defendant is not. Wait.
You brought charges. You filed charges.
Yeah, you don't have to provide any direct evidence of causation or any kind of circumstantial evidence is sufficient. That's right.
There you go. There's your circumstantial evidence. Here's a certified copy of the charges they filed.
So they initiated.
A copy of when they dropped them, which means it's a malicious prosecution.
Right. Sure. Yeah. As long as it's been initiated and procured. I got the definitions of those, and then I got 4 case laws for Texas on each of them. Initiation, procurement, and then what was the rest of it? False information. When false information is provided, it's necessary to determine whether the false statement was made knowingly or unknowingly. Now, this would pertain.
Now, if they're a lawyer, they're supposed to be a professional. Think about it this way: you got a CDL, and this happened to me. I had a CDL. I'm driving in Austin, Texas. Some lady claims I hit her car. The insurance company even goes as far as suing me. With no proof of anything.
Well, yeah,
because you're a professional driver.
Mm-hmm.
You probably caused the accident to begin with, even if this idiot drove right in front of you. Even if you were parked and this idiot ran into you. You're a professional driver. You should have known better.
They break down the shit really well here. All of this, the initiation being a part of like having given false information, knowingly false. or unknowingly false. They give the prosecutorial discretion and no prosecutorial discretion definitions and
That's fucking yakety gibberish.
maybe, man. Dude, they might hit you on all
Norton
these
versus
things.
Shelby County. Norton versus Shelby County. Maine versus Thibodeau.
Yeah.
Sheriff versus Cullen. All of them say there's no such thing as any kind of a fucking immunity. You deny me my rights, and I catch you, Title 5 United States Code Section 556D, 557, and 706. All three fucking say I have a right to sue you.
Are you interested in checking out the? Are you interested in the checking out the restatement of torts for the prosecution not being terminated? I grabbed that too.
Yeah, send it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
Well,
you sent
it's
us
pretty
a bunch of
short,
stuff
dude.
before. That's where I got this information from.
It's pretty short, and I had all this handy for when I called you back, so I figured I'd just buzz through it, and I'm doing a private live so that you can go back and watch any of this that you want to later.
I didn't send you that. I didn't send you the other deal. It died on me, and I forgot.
Oh yeah, the other night. Yeah, I didn't get that call. That was a good call, and I was so fucking out of it, dude. Not out of it. It just, I kind of get in like a trance-like state, and I said trance-like state. When I'm like putting on dresses and like fucking cutting my dick off. Yeah. No, I fucking I've been so focused, like hyper focused on this move and like trying to recreate myself and maybe rebrand and recalibrate, recoup.
So listen, dude. This is very simple. Very simple.
Yeah.
Just played a little game with this mortgage deal. Huh? I mean, that one deal I sent you, put that in judicial notice. Fuck. They say I owe debt. Let's see it. Let's prove it. Here on this day, I sent this. I sent negotiable instrument. So they say, oh, here's the note. Fantastic. So we both agree you received the note, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. Then you received something of value. I didn't receive shit except peonage and slavery.
Yeah, that's what this boils down to.
So you obviously received something that you said you didn't. So we're gonna need to see some shit. Put a fucking subpoena in there to the IRS. Get that 1065. Get that 1098. Get those other fucking documents. Just put the fucking subpoena in.
Yeah, I need to. I mean, I gave the lady plenty of notice, and she's gonna be a bitch about it, dude. Because in my state, they have to be given notice in a certain amount of time. Well, I didn't mail the shit. I gave her a fucking email, and she called me back and said that's not gonna fly. But
well, you gotta get something going where you can get a little cash. You know what I mean? You have to. You got to, because you got to be able to mail some things. Because once you mail these things, they're fucked.
So to prove an action for malicious criminal prosecution, plaintiff must establish that they were innocent of the criminal charge.
Okay, well, if they, like this case right here, they just dropped the case because they didn't show up. The case was terminated in my favor.
Every one of these cases in here is petition denied.
Does that mean it's all so now you know what not to put in?
Exactly. That's kind of what I liked doing. I've been fucking really looking at things that get denied and why. I've been doing that for a minute now.
So so that way you know what not to put in yours.
Man, Abraxas came on. Yeah, Abraxas.
That did work for 1983 claims.
Yeah.
Put those things in there.
Yeah, fucking Abraxas came on last night, dude, and he was on for an hour at least. And man, he tore it up, dude. That motherfucker was phenomenal. So
yeah, you can't. I've got it now. I've been laying there for 38 days trying to figure out what I did wrong and what I need to correct, and it all came to me. You don't need any more fucking information. Stop trying to get more information. You already have it in your head what you need to do, and you just haven't been doing it. So,
right. Did they have probable cause? Did they claim to have probable cause to procure the prosecution?
For which?
The prosecutor, did they claim to have probable cause? Anybody step forward claiming to have probable cause, affidavit of probable cause, anything like that?
All this shit. They don't prove nothing. That's the
point.
I know. I'm getting at in court the whole time and objecting to shit. It's like, you're here, you're throwing out definitions, but you have there's nothing telling me where you got the definition from. You made that shit up because it's convenient for you, so I object to that shit. It doesn't matter. They're gonna play the little game because these fucks here are crooked as shit. The jailers know it. Everybody knows it, and they call it, instead of Bell County, Hell County. The people in the jail know it. They know how crooked they are, but nobody's ever taken them to task.
Right.
So now when me and and a couple other people, the one guy that I'm talking to and the other girl that's on YouTube finished smacking the fucking shit out of him, and they've already started running and jumping off the ship like rats. Four of them have already jumped in the last since with election time frame. We're not running again, because you got dealings with me, asshole, and I got you.
Right.
I got you in a fucking felonies, and you know it.
Right.
Covering for your buddies.
Right.
So yeah, they kind of start realizing, oh, this motherfucker's back for business. We need to figure out a way to keep him the fuck out of here. Which means you should have left me alone a long time ago, but you want to try to play this silly game. You're going to throw me in jail a couple times.
That's what all this shit is. All this shit is a silly fucking game.
It is a silly game. It's meant to intimidate.
Boy, it works. It works on these motherfuckers. They have such a difficulty just wrapping their head around the estoppel. Like that,
it definitely hinders most.
Well, it's the way it's designed. It's like a doctor. Like they make that doctor seem ominous and foreboding. Like they put you in that fucking paper dress that's got an opening and where your ass is, and you got to sit on that crinkly ass, cold ass paper on that high fucking seat. You're uncomfortable, and he pokes his prods at you and fucking tells you your body's all fucked up. Like those guys are cocksuckers.
I already knew that shit, motherfucker. All I came here to find out is how you gonna help me fix this shit.
Right.
That's all. I know it's all fucked up, so I came here, stupid.
Right.
Just talk to them like they need to be talked to.
Right. So
I don't go to them very often either.
Yeah, I left this one private. You haven't really said anything too personal or anything too much giving away your plan here. So do you think it'd be okay to leave this one public so people can check it out? I don't think that anybody on any channel could get enough of what you got going on there, man.
Yeah, it don't matter to me.
Yeah. Well, I am. I'm always sharing documents and shit like that without asking. So I figured
my plan is this: if you violated my fucking rights, I'm gonna come after you.
Right.
With everything I fucking got.
That
use
sounds
Title
fair.
15 to beat the living piss out of you if you're a bank, and just whatever. I pull no punches, man.
Right. Well, I mean that sounds fair. They ought to know better. They ought to fucking know better, dude. They will. They will know better.
I've taken the bullshit, and I've got enough put together that I can solve just about anything that fucking comes across my path.
So what happens to these cocksuckers if you succeed? That's it's a tort. So like
I take everything they own.
Sure, but they don't do any fucking time. Nothing happens to them essentially,
you put criminal
right?
complaints in there too, but I'm not saying that they'll go through, but it sure will help bring them to the table for a settlement.
Right. I see it. Have you seen what Chris went through yet?
No.
Man, I'll have to send you a link to it, dude. It's pretty fucking brutal, man. They brutalized this motherfucker, and I've been wanting to hop on it and try and get that some exposure because one of these is gonna tip the scales, and this one was bad, and that girl that was with him was smart enough to fucking record it, and so I don't know, Chili and all them dudes, they jump all on the dumbest shit, you know what I mean? Like a bunch of fucking liberals, jacking each other off. I don't know.
What you need to do is take the video, break it down, and say, okay, where are the mistakes? What are they trying to charge him with, and what is this warrant for? He needs to go get a copy of the warrant, and he needs to videotape that. And he probably just needs to do it through writing. Do everything through the motherfucking mail.
Right. Yeah. That's what he does. He writes everything.
Get something filed into federal fucking court to get a case going. So he can get an injunction against them to stop the bullshit while this is going on, because this is ridiculous.
Right. It's affecting him, dude. They could have killed his dog. You know what I mean?
You might better get them into federal court and get an injunction against their ass and get some lawsuits going. Start taking these people to task. Do I expect something here? Sure. But my deal is I'm going to pummel them just hard enough to say, leave me alone.
You think they will?
Oh yeah,
dude, it's Texas. It's Texas. None of you guys are good at that game. Seriously, like we're not good at it here, and we're in Kansas. We're like fucking pussy, like junior version of you, like Scooty McBaby Puff or whatever, man. You know, yeah, you guys have 10-gallon hats, and I think that every gun you buy comes with a free gun. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to want to do.
Sure, I wish I did. I'd buy a couple more.
You probably don't need a couple more. You live in Texas.
I didn't matter where I lived.
I found out
I had all that shit in New York too.
I found this thing here called the home rule. And I'd gotten in an argument with Ben Davis, a cop here, whose name I didn't know until I said it out loud. Surprise. Fuck, not, yeah, like I didn't hear it. I just fucking said it, and that's the guy's fucking name. But anyways, the motherfucker had argued with me about the supremacy clause not applying here. And I was like, dude, you're stupid and fat, and you're a freckled Mexican, and it bothers me. And then I kind of just left it alone because I felt racist for saying that. But he's a beaner with freckles, and he should probably die because he's unholy. But he was right. We have this thing where the supremacy clause literally does not matter. The state trumps the federal here, and then the county trumps the state.
Who said so?
Huh?
Who said so?
This is our state, so it'd be the legislature.
Yeah, what does their oath of office say?
I know.
What's the oath of office say?
I know.
No, not I know. What's the oath of office say?
They're gonna uphold the law of the Constitution. Yeah, the state.
This state.
Yeah, and the federal government. But I mean,
what does in this state mean? According to 4 U.S.C. 110, it means within territorial boundaries of the United States. Okay, fantastic. So you can apply. You just swore you would uphold the Constitution and the laws of the federal government and the state constitution and laws of the state government.
Right.
Fantastic.
So we're not in the United States, though, correct? That's any land that's been ceded to the state by the federal government.
It was 28 U.S.C. 3002, subsection 15 A, B, and C say federal corporation housed in the District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, Guam, U.S. Virgin Islands, Northern Mariana Islands, and Samoan Islands.
The outliers, yeah. Huh.
So great. If your indictment or your
well, I'm really trying fucking hard to stump you here. You're not making it easy. You really didn't fuck around. You spent fucking 4.5 or 5 weeks in there just fucking. I don't think he's fucking got a book in front of him or anything. Did you have any books in front of you at all there?
Yeah, I had whatever novels and shit people had.
Oh, you didn't have the law library there?
No, not a law library, just novels.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
Brandon Sanderson books, and I don't know, just novels and shit like that. Fantasy novels and sci-fi novels. That's all I had to read. This is all out of my head.
Yep. Man, I fucking knew. I knew instantly, dude, that like, yeah, there's no way it's not us. None of these other fucking groups, none of these other people working together are working together. They're fucking trying to slaughter each other and make money.
They're just trying to make money. And it's sickening. But
it is.
I mean, I understand. Yeah, your workman's worthy is higher, but if you haven't got fucking fruit on the fucking table, then you shouldn't be selling.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying, man. That's my problem with the whole thing is I don't believe these fuckers' documents work. I think if they worked, they wouldn't need fucking to tell me that they're going to teach me how to use my exemption or A for V, but they need FRNs to fucking pay for the class. It's stupid.
I agree, dude. I'm with you.
Like they won't take a bill of exchange, Jason. They won't take a bill of exchange, Jason.
Well, no, they don't know how to fucking cash it.
Well, you gotta have like at least level 7 brokerage, right?
I had some big revelations while I was in. We've come across. And I just need a couple little details to correct it, and it's very duplicatable, very easy.
Are you talking about going the same way Lance went with the Hague and all that shit, or what is yours entail?
You know what? I ain't worried about their system. Here's the deal: the laws are good.
Yeah, absolutely.
You need to be able to point them at the people who they belong to.
Right. So you're just to reiterate that you're not going to do an ecclesiastical deed claim or no UCC filing. Okay. I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Real easy. You sent me the info.
What was it in?
You're the one that sent me the info.
What was it in?
In an email. I can't get into it much more than that, but
yeah.
You're the one that sent me the info. I just capitalized on it, and it works. Now I just got to finish. There's a couple little details I got to finish up and make it duplicatable. And
Jason, how am I guessing people's
And all
fucking?
these videos we watch, dude. And all these videos. Derek puts it out there, information about it. Well, I just found it.
How am I guessing people's fucking names, middle names, and moms' names? I don't know these people.
I don't know. I guess my mom's middle name.
Can't look at you. That's the thing that's been helping me is I make them look at me, and then I say tell me but don't tell me, and then I just say it. And I'm gonna guess it starts with an S.
Nope.
No, exactly. Yes. Thank God. Thank God. It's just a dream. Right. What was it? Just out of curiosity.
Eileen.
Oh fuck! I'd have never got that, dude. I almost said Diane, but I mean that happened earlier today too, I think, and that turned out to be somebody's mom's name or whatever, you know. But anyways, this is all stupid. It's all cold reading. I look at somebody and I say, "You look lonely," and I slap a card down and I say, "You look lonely," and then I say, "You look tired," and I slap a card down and I say, "You look tired." That's what's happening here, right?
Something like that. It probably. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'm not fucking John Edwards, you know, like, but I mean, I feel like it. I feel like it. Like every time I'm fixing to say something, I feel like I'm about to go, somebody in here has a mother, you know, and she had long hair, you know.
Well, that's me. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, fuck, dude. I don't know. I don't want to believe. I still don't want to believe in this shit. Like after everything we've been through, everything we've seen, witnessed, the shit with, you know, Iostia, the fucking Lady Justice, and you know what we know about the black robes, and like I still don't want to believe all this shit's real, dude.
The shit's real. It's just once you know how to play the game, it's easy.
Yeah.
Subpoena those documents from the IRS into your fucking foreclosure case. The shit's over.
Right. Well, I mean, it's killing me, dude. Reg is talking like, you know, I can make it through this, but it's hurting me, dude. It's hurting me bad. You know
I'm well over 2 years now, and they're still they are no fucking closer to getting me out than they were before they started. As a matter of fact, they're probably going to have to come to the table here before too long because the judge is going to make some rulings.
Right.
And I've buried them. You've seen all my documents. I called out every fucking mistake they made.
Right.
And pointed out every fucking case that proves that they don't have fucking standing to bring a claim. I don't give a shit if it was the original fucking bank you dealt with. None of them.
Right.
So.
Right. I made a nightstick. And it's very nightsticky.
All right.
Yeah. I want to bash somebody's fucking head in with these things.
You need to get you one of that fucking
girlfriends.
Kung Fu, yeah, that too. Kung Fu dummy.
Oh, dude, I was making one of a Wing Chun dummy. I was gonna make one different than everybody else's, so it wasn't so gay looking. And I didn't. I was like, well,
give them a mullet.
Yeah, no, I thought about making one that would sort of affix to a door frame, you know, like a standard door frame or something like that, something semi-adjustable. There's a guy that cuts tires in half, truck tires, and then he fucking puts a PVC female adapter, like a flange, you know what I mean, like a little flange for a railing or something, and he'll screw a piece of PVC, you know, on there that's floppy like a pool, and then he puts a pool noodle around it. And you know, they of course they use it for striking, like a speed bag on multiple levels. You know what I mean? Because it does bob back and stuff. But I don't know. I would like to do something like that. It would be fun to start trapping again. Like
there you go.
Yeah. Yep. I guess none of it's really practical in a fight, huh? Somebody comes up trying to slap your hands and shit while you're fighting. You're probably just gonna. Yep.
I've had guys that claim to be kung fu masters they're just as easy. They're probably easier to beat than Joe Schmo on the street.
Boy, it is just a bunch of shit, dude. I think nothing better than a good fucking kidney punch, dude. I mean that
nothing better than a good choke out.
Yeah, man, the bottom part of my bag is just beat to fuck. I've always been a belly buster, man. Like you get somebody in the gut real good or in the solar plexus, or like right
Oh,
there.
yeah. Good knee to the gizzard. Yep.
Yeah. Oh man, that little front kick, the fucking slapping that fucking top
Little
of the
knee
foot
to the
against.
fucking face as that slaying your head down to the
Oh
ground.
my god, dude,
Because I'm choked out for a few minutes.
I seen this motherfucking this new tactic one of the MMA fighters has where he goes to look like he's gonna try and kick somebody in the stomach, like forward, like a front kick, but then he kind of fucking kicks his ankle over inside, and it turns into a sweep, and then he follows
Yeah.
this by dropping that leg back down and bringing the knee up, like right in the face, and it looks pretty effective, but I think the amount of training.
Slamming the head down into it.
Yeah, it's fucking
That's
crazy.
Yeah, that's a good move. I like that one.
Right, man. My son used to do this thing where he'd do that pace distance the opponent with the fucking circle right and fucking light jabs left to kind of get your distance, and then he would make it look like he was doing just kind of jabbing that distance and would lunge forward with a fucking one of those jabs, but then follow it up with a quick left hook. You know what I mean? And being the forward arm, like you would just never see that coming. I don't think.
Oh, that's the best way to get into a choke move right there. Put them in the choke move, flip them down, crack their ribs, and you already got them in choke out.
Right.
And they don't last but about half a second, maybe a second total by the time they pass out.
Man, my roommate's a bad motherfucker, dude. He had a guy attacked him in his sleep the other night. He managed to get up off the ground and fucking pick this dude up and put him in a cradle where the dude told me later that he almost killed him. He's like, if I had to sit there 5 more seconds, this motherfucker had me dead. I went upstairs to talk to him. He's like, yeah, that pussy was walking down the hallway. And I was like, fucking fuck it, dude. And he'd run after him and try to fucking catapult both of them through the fucking second story fucking window. That's the most gangster shit I've ever heard. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see that. You see that on like fucking horror movies or like fucking Die Hard or something. That's badass, dude. At some point I'd have just been like, fucking stop, time out. But that's fucking is bad. They kicked over a gallon of chocolate paint on that white fucking carpet upstairs. Fucking this shit I just replaced with Sarah left. Now fuck it, dude. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna dump a bunch of paint all over that bitch and it's gonna look cool as fuck, just like my walls downstairs. You know what I mean? Oh shit, yeah, dude. Instead of hitting the fucking window, they smacked into the wall, not the rock wall. There used to be a rock wall there for the kids, but like they smacked into the wall, and there's like two dudes, like,
half-faced.
Yeah, just two like half-faced dudes, like one making an ugly face right foot above the other's ugly face. It's fucking great, dude. Just bloody as fuck. But it was cool, man. When I got up there, it was dark as shit, and I didn't fucking have my phone on me. And the only light I seen was the one in the room. It was dim. It was like it's just a nightlight or whatever. Fucking and I thought all that blood was, or all that chocolate paint was blood. Because when you get a man real good, that blood's dark as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I thought surely one of them was dead, but no, they're both alive and they're both assholes. Yeah, no, man, that's good, dude. This dude's a champ, man. Fucking, but we're gonna take that shit to North Carolina and see if we can't focus it on something a little bit more productive. I'll go there and I'll try and sue here from there, so that I've got some kind of fucking safety, so they don't try to just kill me or whatever.
Gotcha.
But I don't know. Yeah, so that move will probably be within the next week or two. But from there, I plan on being a little bit everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yep. Just keep me posted.
Yeah, I will. Are you guys gonna fucking sell that house and get the fuck out east? We got to be where
I don't know yet. I mean, I would like to go to North Carolina area, but she don't want to. She wants to stay here, which, I mean, I've got the laws here down, so yeah, that'd be nice. I don't want to worry about another state, but I like the heat, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing.
I found a couple here that I really, really like, and one of them disappeared already. I was like, shit. But I thought, there's still a couple other big nice ones here. So we'll just have to see what tomorrow brings. Right now, it's finish the game time.
Yeah, I think that my big thing about being there in particular is that I want to, when the magnetic reversal fucking goes, it's going to be fucking 400, 500 foot tall waves of water hitting that coast. It'll blot out the sun. So yeah, that'll be cool. Oh shit, it was 300. Yeah.
I'll be at the beach.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
300 feet.
Well, hopefully, if we do everything right and get up there, and I'm going to be helping a bunch of people try and sue some public officials up there right off the bat. And I've got a guy in your state that I'm going to be working with that's trying to take down Huawei and a bunch of Berkshire Hathaway and fucking some one of the largest legal group in the fucking world. So this is like this. It's like Derek's fucking deal with the bar, but I mean like. It's not formulated at all. So like, if you wanted to get in on it, man, like it's not something that would take much time from your shit. It's already kind of made its way to the Supreme Court. I'm trying to talk this dude into moving it, removing that shit to international, because I mean he really is dealing with foreign, like very foreign entities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
Yep. Well, shit. Yeah,
right now is my time to finish my shit up and get myself free of the stupidity.
You're there. You're already there, man.
I can go take a little vacation or two and take a break and then figure out where I want to go from there.
Well, Chris is wanting to do rights to travel, and if I get everything done here, I can't take my kids back from Sarah, man. I can't.
All you want is a chance to visit them.
Yeah, but dude, that's gonna hurt her.
Why?
Because she's a very proud person and she won that. She won the fight.
Who cares? You got a right to see your kids too, and they got a right to see you.
I agree, but she doesn't.
She greedy playing this little silly game.
She doesn't agree with that statement, Jason.
I don't give a shit what she agrees with. I don't give a shit what she agrees with.
I shouldn't, but I do.
The deal is this. Look, I'm not trying to fight you for custody.
No.
I want to be able to visit my kids here and there without some jackass standing there above me. Even if it's, once every 6 months, I get them for a vacation when they're on vacation or from school or something, and we go do something. Whatever it is, you just want visitation rights and contacting rights.
Man, I fucking deserve it,
To be able to talk to them at least.
I was a goddamn good father, man.
And then they can make the decision of who they want to talk to later.
Yeah.
When they're old enough, you know what I mean? But right now, you have a right to be able to talk to them, so get it.
Yeah, well, I mean, Hollis is old enough. I think he's fucking probably 13 now, almost, maybe.
Yeah, they can make that decision. I'm sure your mom's so full of bullshit, but they know the difference. I'm sure. So.
I just wanted to come home, dude. Jason, I'm starting to think maybe she's not coming home.
She ain't coming home.
Nah, she's just playing. Surely.
There's something better out there. There's always better fish in the sea, bigger fish in the sea, better fish in the sea.
Right. Sarah was. I don't know, man. Sarah was pretty. Sarah was very Sarah.
Wishing one hand, shit in the other, but the grass is always going to be greener on the other side of the fence.
Yeah, that's what I keep trying to tell myself. Is man, it tasted like pennies from a dirty ashtray back when I had it. So I don't know what I'm crying about now.
There you go. See?
Yes, sir. Well, shit. I guess I'll leave you to it. Do you think you could send me that last conversation?
Yeah, I'll send you that.
Fuck yeah. All right, brother.
Yeah, I gotta get a new phone here pretty quick. Verizon's got a deal. You trade in your phone, you get a free new one. So
fuck yeah.
All right. That way, at least maybe I can get a recording that'll get both sides.
I'll send you some RefSeq documentation on these malicious prosecution elements and all the stuff. Just so you got all your bases covered. I know you like to be real knowledgeable on shit, and you're gonna learn about fucking 900 different cases, that are gonna help people.
Yeah. So one of the things I did notice is like you was talking about, all these cases are ones that are negative.
Right.
The ones that I don't want to use. Well, I noticed that in the jailhouse law library that was on the little computer kiosk.
Yeah.
One, it was a pain in the ass to try to use in the first place. But if you did get your little, because if you didn't have the quotation the way they wanted it just right, it wouldn't give you anything.
Really?
But if you did get it just right, then it would give you cases where people lost. Well, I don't care about the ones people lost, except for I want to read them and find out why they lost. So I can avoid that, but I want to see the other cases that wouldn't show you any of those.
Right.
So I'm like, well, that's kind of a rigged system.
Well, yeah, kind of, huh?
So I don't know.
No, I mean,
Like I said, I sat there for a long time figuring out what mistakes I made, how to fix what the mistakes I made, and so I don't ever make them again. And it sounds like Donkey Kong now.
right,
It sounds like Donkey Kong.
right. I agree.
You understand.
I agree.
They'll never keep another thing of mine out of court ever again. I know how to. And Derek talks all kinds of about verifying your documents, building your record, apostille shit if you have to, because then of course.
Yeah.
Yep, everything needs to be verified, documents, or subpoena. If you can't verify it yourself because it's not your record, then you need to subpoena it.
Yep.
Each document individually and each person, each cop individually, and give them a subpoena juices, take them so that way they bring books and records to prove they have the authority to do what they just did.
Right. Well, that's just it. They don't have the standing, and like once they lose their fucking access to the person, they lose their access to the title. You know.
Well, they don't know. They don't have standing. It's they're acting as a process server and a witness and all kinds of other shit.
Sure. Yeah, they can't wear that many hats.
I can pick one. I
Right.
don't care which one you pick because I've got a fucking answer to each one of them.
I believe that. I believe that.
Fantastic. You want to be a process server? Fantastic. But, there's no witness against me, and I moved to dismiss the case because there's no facts in the record.
Right.
There's no one that can put any facts in the record.
Nope.
Except for mine. And I didn't do it.
Yep.
I swear to that.
Yep.
Have a good fucking day. Oh, great. You want to be a witness? Fantastic. I was not properly served.
Right.
Now due process. Got to dismiss.
Right. Right.
Have a good motherfucking day.
Correct.
So, subpoena whatever documents you need for that. Subpoena the cops so you can question the way you want to.
Right.
So.
Hell yeah. Well, all right, brother. That sounds good. I guess give me a shout if you get bored this week. We can go over whatever. Or I can help you throw together some documents too. I found some new resources that you would absolutely love. First is an AI named Precedent, and Precedent is fucking phenomenal. It gives you all of that shit that you need to throw in their face for fucking stare decisis and that kind of shit, like the case law.
Yeah.
And then another one was there's a couple of different generative tools that will kind of make courtroom style settings. I can't remember the one. It's like Wexlaw or something has a free version of Ever something like Evernote or Ever Ready or Everest or something like that. It's got a timeline AI tool that acts as your para, and it's fucking awesome. So we'll have to check that out. But I was thinking of trying to make an AI of you and kind of frame it like it's Mickey from fucking Rocky. You know what I mean? So. Oh, like a coach.
Yeah.
Like a coach, like somebody that tells you what you can do to rope a dope him, gives you a little strategy. Oh, he's lowering his left defense there, and leaving himself prone to a right overhand or a fucking a hard right hook or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So because we do know between the two of us and everybody else we're fucking with, we do know so many fucking tactics that it should be easy to make an AI that'll just smack these motherfuckers.
Yeah, it should be.
So I think we should try that instead of the radio thing. That the radio thing kind of fell through. That station never bid on my proposal, never even fucking hit me back. So
wasn't meant to be there.
Yep. Well, Randy can have it, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Well, in the meantime, I'll holler at Jeff and try to get you guys introduced so that you see what's going on with this dude's thing and kind of all of that. It's a little messy, a little sovereign-y looking like we all are when we start, but he's had an attorney and it really doesn't understand drafting and with many words comes many sins. So, but we will get after it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Cool.
Hell yeah. All right, brother.
All
right.
We'll catch you later.
All right. Cheers. That is very odd. There's someone in here. I thought I had this on private. Hello. Cheers. agents and fucking adversaries. Let's see, what do we got you?
This is the most important election in the history of our country.
This election is the most important in the modern history of this country.
The election in 2020, without hyperbole, is going to be the most important election this country has undergone in over 100 years. Not a joke.
This November's elections are more important than any I can remember in my lifetime, and that includes when I was on the ballot.
There are just 8 days left in what is the most important election of our lifetimes.
This will be maybe the most important election that our country's ever had.
There's never been a more important tomorrow in modern electoral history in the United States than tomorrow, and that's not hyperbole.
We know what is on the line and what is a truly most important election of our lifetime. Has anybody ever said that to you before?
This election is the most important election in our lifetimes, no matter what generation you come from.
I truly believe this is the most important election of our lifetimes.
This is, I think, going to be the most important election that we've ever had.
Really one of the most important elections in American history.
In every campaign, they tell you the same thing. This is the most important election in a generation, the most important election in our lifetime. This one truly is.
2008 is the most important election in our lifetime.
This is certainly the most important election in my lifetime.
This is the most important election you've ever voted in your entire life.
My fellow Americans, this is the most important election of our lifetime.
All these choices make this one of the most important elections in our history.
The election of 2004 is one of the most important, not just in our lives, but in our history.
In 2000, as we go into what I think is the most important election we've had in a generation.
In what will be, I am convinced, one of the most important elections we're likely to see for the next 50 years.
It's the most important election of my lifetime.
I think one thing you and I agree on is the last election was perhaps as insignificant and uninteresting as any presidential election in our lifetimes.
Yes.
1996, in my opinion, is going to be the most important election of our lifetimes.
There's a tendency every time it rolls around to say, well, this election, this is the watershed, this is the big one. And whether or not that's always true, I believe that the last election of the 20th century clearly belongs in that category.
This is one of the most important elections in our lifetime. It may be the most important election in our lifetime.
The next election may be the most important one in 100 years.
In what is almost certain to be one of the most consequential elections, not only of our lifetimes, but of the post-World War II American period.
This is one of the most important elections in the history of the United States of America.
This is the single most important election in our lifetimes.
This is the most important election in history.
What this election is about and why this is the most important election of our lifetime.
Before one of the most important elections in the nearly 200 years history of our country.
This is the most important election in this nation in 50 years.
The most important of all choices will be made by the American people at the polls less than 3 months from tonight.
Asking the American people to make one of the most important decisions in their lifetime, because I think this election is one of the most vital in the history of America.
This time, vote like your whole world depended on it.
I think in many ways this election is more important than any since 1932, or certainly almost any in this century.
Perhaps, as Senator Kennedy has already indicated, the most important election in our history.
Never in the history of the country has it been as necessary for the Democrats to win an election as it is now.
You are faced with a great decision on Tuesday, the most important decision, in my opinion, that's faced the country since the Civil War.
We face one of the great choices of history.
My fellow citizens, I cannot tell a lie. This election is more important than any other in the history of our nation.
Well, shit, that's got to mean you're close.
Yeah.
ሰላም ለእናንተ ወንድሞቼ እንዴት ናችሁ? ባለፈው በሰራሁት ቪዲዮ
All right. Well, shit, I ain't going nowhere. You're welcome to swing by.
ክሊፑ ከመውጣቱ በፊት ነው ያንን ቪዲዮ የሰራሁትና በጣም ፖዚቲቭ የሆነ ፊድባኮች ኮሜንቶች አንብቤያለሁ ከእናንተና በጣም ብዙ ሰው ደግሞ አያውቅም ነበር ባለማወቅ ነው የእጅ ምልክቱን ዴቪል ሆርን ሳይን ሚሉት የአውሬው ቀንድ ምልክቶችን ብዙ ሰው የሚጠቀም ነበረ። ክሊፕም ያው ከሷም ዘፈን ጋር ያይዞ የተለያዩ ዳንሶችን የኛም ልጆች ሲሰሩ ነበርና ያ ባለማወቅ ነው። ግን በጣም ብዙ ወጣት እንደነቃና ኮሜንታችሁን በማንበብ ነው እንደዚህ ምለውና አሁን ግን ያ እንግዲህ የሰራውት ቪዲዮ ክሊፑ ከመውጣቱ በፊት ነው። እኔ ጀስት መድረክ ላይ ባቀረበችው ፐርፎርማንስ እንደገና ቫይራል ወጥቶ ነበር። ክሊፑ ከመለቀቁ በፊት ሰው ሁሉ ተቀባብሎት ነበር። የኛም ልጆች አበሾች የተለያዩ ክሊፖችን እየሰሩ ነበር በዛና ከዛ በኋላ ግን ዘፈኑ ቫይራል ከወጣ በኋላ ግን ሜገን ዲ ስታሊን የራሷን ክሊፕ ለቃለች ማለት ነው። ይሄ ክሊፕ ደግሞ በጣም በቃኔ ከሰራሁት ቪዲዮ ጋር በደንብ የሚያረጋግጥላችሁ ኮምፕሊትሊ የሰይጣናዊ የሆነ ምን ብዬ ልንገራችሁ በጣም አደገኛ የሆነ ክሊፕን ይሰራችሁ ገብታችሁ ማየት ትችላላችሁ። ይሄ ግልጽ ነው። እንደነዚህ አይነት ነገሮችን አውጥተን ማህበረሰቡን ለማስተማር ስንመጣ የነ ጀዝቤል ግሩፖች ደግሞ ይመጡና ለምን እንደዚህ አታረጊም ይላሉ። ሰው ካላወቀ እንዴት ይማራል? መጀመሪያ የመናፍስቱን የሰይጣኑን ዓለም ማወቅ አለብን። ያወቀ ላላወቀ ሼር ማድረግ አለበት። ከዛ ከእንደዚህ አይነት ድርጊቶች ይቆጠባል። እና እነዚህን የሰይጣን ጠበቃ እንደገና ደግሞ የጀዝቤል ስፒሪት የሚጫወትባቸውን አትስሟቸው። ምክንያቱም እዚህ ሚዲያ ላይ ፐርፐዝሊ የሚላኩት እናንተ ማይንድ ኮንትሮል ለማድረግ ነው። እነሱም አባላቸው ፐርፐዝሊ ቪዲዮ የሚሰሩት እናንተን ማይንዳችሁን አታክ ለማድረግ ነው። እና ስለ ጀዝቤል ደግሞ ለብቻው ቪዲዮ ሰራበታል የኤልዛቤል ስፒሪት። ከዛ በፊት ግን አባቶችን ያው ብዙዎቻችሁ ታውቃላችሁ ብዬ ገምታለሁ። ግን ምንድነው ይሄ ስፒሪት? ለምንድነው እህቶቻችንን ሴት እህቶቻችንን ይሄ የጀዝቤል ስፒሪት የሚጫወትባቸው ብላችሁ አባቶችም እግር ስር ቁጭ ብላችሁ ተማሩ። ምክንያቱም የጀዝቤል ስፒሪት ሰይጣን የሚጠቀመው ከወንድ ቀድሞ ሴትን ነው። ምክንያቱም ሴት ላይ ቪዥዋል የሚታይ ነገር አለና እዚህ ሜገን ዲስታሊ ክሊፕ ላይ ያሳየችን የነበረው እሱን አሁን ዲቴል ገባላችኋለሁ። ያንን ነው ይሄ ጀዝቤል ስፒሪትን ነው የእባብ መንፈስን ነው እየጠሩ እያሳዩ የነበሩት። እና ከክሊፑ ስገባላችሁ እንግዲህ የሆነ ሰው ነው ከበር ይገባል። ሱት የለበሰ ሰው ይገባና ሪሴፕሽን ነገር ያለ እዚህ ጋር መታየት ማለት ነው ለሱ የሆነ ካርድ ይሰጠዋል። ካርዱ ላይ የተሳለው ስዕል የእባብ ስዕል ነው። ተመልከቱልኝ የእባብ ነው መግባት ፈልጋለሁ ብሎ ይሰጠዋል። ኦኬ ካሜን ብሎ ልክ እዚህ ጋር ስታዩ ልክ በሩ የሚከፍቱለት ሴቶች ናቸው። አሁንም ጀዝቤል ስፒሪት ማለት ነው የኤልዛቤል ስፒሪት መንፈስ የኤልዛቤል መንፈስ ብዙዎችን የምትጥላት አማላይ ናት። በቁመቷ በቁመኗ በቁንጅኗ ሰውን ቶሎ የምትማርክ ናት። ሰይጣን ሴቶች እህቶቻችን የሚጠቀመው በዚህ ወይ ነውና ቶሎ ወደ ዝሙት ወደ ተለያየ ነገር ለመጣል ማለት ነው። እንግዲህ በሩ ሳይኑ ራሱ የእባብ ነው። እዚህ ጋር መልቀቅ ስለማይቻል እናንተ ገብታችሁ ኦፊሻል እንትኑ አለ ገብታችሁ ዲቴል ማየት ትችላላችሁ። በዚህ ላይ ደግሞ ቪዲዮ መስራት ትችላላችሁ። እና ስንቀጥል እንግዲህ በሩ ይከፍቱለታል። ሴቶች ናቸው ራቁታቸውን የሆኑ ውሃ ውስጥ ብቻ በጣም ዘግናኝ የሆነ ማለት ነው ይጠሩታል። እንግዲህ ምን አይተ ራቁት ናቸው ወደ ዝሙት የሚጋብዝ ልሱም በቃ ያንን ምርጫ የትኛዋ ናት ምናምን ተብሎ ሜገንን ይመርጣል። ውሃ ውስጥ ይገባል። ከዛ የሚሆነው ነገር በጣም የሚያስጠላ ነው። ወዲያው እዛ ውስጥ የመረጣት ሴት ሜገን ወደ እባብ ስትቀየር የሚያሳይበትም ሲን አለና በጣም ይሄ እኮ ግልጽ ነው። አሁን እኮ ሁሉ ነገር ግልጽ ነው። በፊት በድብቅ የሚያደርጉትን ነገር በአካል በፊት ለፊት እያመጡ እያሳዩዋችሁ ነው ያሉትና መንቃት አይናችንን አይ ስለ ሰይጣን አትንኩብኝ፣ ስለ ሰይጣን አታውሩ እንደዚህ እያሉ የሰይጣን ጠበቃዎች እነ ጀዝቤል አሁን ተለቀዋል ሚዲያ ላይ እና እነሱን አትስሟቸው፣ እወቁ። ከዛ ወደ እግዚአብሔር መንግስት ነው። እግዚአብሔር መንግስት ኦልዌይስ መንገዱ ያማረ ነው። ለዛ ነው የመንግስተ ሰማያት በር በጣም ጠባብ ናት። ለዛ ብዙ ሰው ይጠፋል ማለት ነው። ብዙ ሰው ኢግኖር በማድረግ አሁን ይሄንን ቪዲዮ እንኳን ስንት ሰው ነው የሚያየው? ስንት ሰው ነው ሪያክት የሚያደርገው? ስንት ሰው ነው የሚያሳልፈው? ይህንን ልብ አድርጉ። ይሄ እንዳታዩ እንዳትመረምሩ የሚያረጋ ወደ እግዚአብሔር መንፈስ በተጠጋችሁ ቁጥር ንጹህን መንፈስ ነው የምትቀበሉት። ወደ ሰይጣናዊ ነገር ከሄዳችሁ ደግሞ የሰይጣንን ስፒሪት ነው የምትቀበሉት። እና ወደ ሜገን ክሊፕ ስመለስ እንግዲህ ሰውየው ዝሙት ይሰራል። ከዛ ደግሞ በጣም የሚዘገንነው ፓርት ማለት ነው በጣም ብዙ ሰዎችን ከኋላ አድርጋ ታሳያለች። እነዚህ ሰዎችን ደግሞ አብሯት የሚዘፍነው ፊቸሪንግ የገባላት አለ እና እሱ የሞቱ ሰዎች ላይ ብቻ በጣም የሚዘገንን ነው። እዚህ ጋር እንዴት አድርጌ ልናገረው? በቃ የሞቱ ሰዎች ላይ ውሃ እያፈሰሰባቸው ሲያጠባቸው አይነት ነገር እና እናንተ ገብታችሁ መርምሩ። በዛ ላይ ደግሞ ክሊፑ፣ አልበሙ፣ ኤቭሪቲንግ ያሳዩን ያሉት ሬድ ሙድ ላይት ደም የለበሰ ጨረቃ፣ እሷም የለበሰችው ደግሞ ደም፣ የደም ምልክት ነው። የደም ቃል ኪዳናቸውን የሚያሳዩበት። ሌላው ደግሞ የአምልኮም ስርዓት ነው። ይህ ከጥንት ጀምሮ ሲወራረስ የነበረ ነው። አንድ ቀይ ጨረቃ በታየች ቁጥር የዛኔ ሰው ይገበራል ማለት ነው። ለአጋንንቱ ሰው ይገበራል። ይሄ ሬድ ሙን ሪቹዋል ይሉታል። እናንተም በራሳችሁ ሰርች አድርጉ። አሁን ዘመኑ የቴክኖሎጂ ነው። ሬድ ሙን ዋት ኢዝ ሬድ ሙን ሪቹዋል ብላችሁ ታገኙታላችሁ ኢንፎርሜሽኑን ማለት ነው። እና ይሄ ከጥንት ጀምሮ የመጣ ነው። ሰው ተሰውቷል ማለት ነው። ደም ፈሷል ማለት ነው። የደም ምልክት ነው እና ሰሟን የሆነ ከሙን ጋር የተያያዘ ከጨረቃ ጋር የተያያዘ ቀይ ልብሶች ከተለበሰ አዘወትሮ እንደዚህ አይነት ነገር የሚለማመድ ከሆነ ከነዚሁ አባለው ማለት ነው። እና ንቁ እህት ወንድሞች፣ ስፔሻሊ ወጣቶች ማለት ነው። አሁን ባለፈው እንዳልኳችሁ በጣም ተወረናል። በጣም ብዙ ህዝብ እየጠፋ ነው ያለው። እነሱ ደግሞ ገንዘብ አላቸው። ገንዘብ እየሰጡ ብዙዎችን በዚህ ነገር ውስጥ እንዲነከሩ አድርገዋል። እና ከገንዘብ ወይስ ከህይወት ይበልጥባቸዋል? ስለዚህ እግዚአብሔርን መንገድ ምረጡ ላለው ይህን ቪዲዮ ኮፒ ሊንክ አድርጉ። በስተመጨረሻም እንዲያትበሉ እንዲያትናገሩ ለሚሏቸው ኤፌሶን 5:11 ጋብዙልኝ። ፍሬ ከሌለው ከጨለማ ስራ ጋር አትተባበሩ፣ ይልቁን ግለጡት እንጂ ይልቁን ግለጡት። ሰላም ያቆየን።
All right, ladies and ladies. Yeah, that was a stab at the gentleman. I'm going to call it a night. It was a pleasure to host Jason this evening. I don't get to have him on very often, so anytime I do, it's fucking awesome. There are drugs to be done and fucking lives to be ruined. Just kidding. This evening, I had the distinct pleasure of being and honor of being for you the one and only Bleak Narratives, Kevin Michael Talbert. And tomorrow, I will be history. Go your good way, brothers and sisters. Cheers.